Honestly, I know it to come to this time. Honestly, I know it to come to this period where Latinos will be begging for Black unity. I need to come to this period where Latinos will be asking Black Americans, we need your help. You have to come through for us. You have to come out for us. I knew it would come to this point where Latino will now realize that their proximity to whiteness has never done them good. It has never made any white person see them as white. Do you get? And I love it when people are getting full like this, when people are now realizing and saying, oh, Black people actually told us this, Black people actually say this, and we are the one that literally do not listen. I want you guys to watch all of this video that I put in place for you. Credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode, because right now Latinos are begging, they are calling for unity. They want Black unity, they want Black leadership, they want Black everything. They want Black people to forget about the past and just move on to the future or move on to the present. Let's go watch together. Disclaimers, educational purposes only. And thank you so much for watching, supporting, liking, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. With that being said, let's go watch.
Protest with the immigrants, cuz. What? We need to go downtown to protest with the essays.
Go down there and protest?
Yeah, you know, Black and brown love. We are allies, blood.
Let me think about that.
I now feel for the Black community because I know what it feels like to be racially profiled. I didn't know it before, and I thought it was a little bit of a reach, but now I totally get it.
You know, when Black Lives happened, a lot of Latinos were there supporting Black people. We were protesting with you guys, we were sharing information, and you know what happened? White people started saying all lives matter because they didn't see what was going on. They weren't seeing the bigger picture. And just because, yes, Black people have dealt with this, does not mean that it takes away from what's happening right now. Two things can be true at the same time. I don't really understand why some Black Americans are like above all of this and then trying to make it about yourself when this is not about you right now. It's been about you this whole time, but right now it's not about you. And this shouldn't even be a problem between us. We should be working together, not fighting against each other like some of you are in these comments. Right now, it's Latinos getting taken. Next thing is going to be Asians. They've already started deporting Asian people. It is not going to stop. And it's not going to stop, especially with this current president. Like I said, we should be working together, not against each other. We have a common enemy.
Latinos in the United States have not earned the support of Black people for us to be demanding, oh yeah, why aren't they coming out to protest with us? Why aren't they engaging in activism with us? Because we haven't earned it at all, in the slightest. Or did you guys forget that 46% of all eligible Latino voters voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Or how about the fact that racism, anti-Blackness, colorism, all of these things are still very much pervasive in our communities? Bro, Latinos haven't even reconciled with the fact that they can't use the N-word unless they're also Black themselves, because Afro-Latinos exist. Oh, and if we're talking about Miami, oof, you'll see the whitest MAGA Latinos be like, bro, but I grew up in the hood. I grew up around Black people. In Overtown or in Liberty City, I could say it, bro. No one's going to stop me from saying it. It's my right. I'm not racist. I have a Black friend. We haven't even gotten over that. And we want Black people to go to protest with us, to engage in activism with us, putting their lives, their freedom, their bodies on the line? No, I completely understand any Black person that wants to just disengage, disregard us. I get it, guys. I really, really do. And we, as Latinos, as a collective, should not be harboring resentment against Black people, criticizing them, getting angry at them, questioning them. No, because we've earned this. They are completely justified in feeling the way they feel and doing what they're doing. Now, I would like to give a message to the Black folks watching this video. You are completely justified in your feelings and in doing what you're doing, and I respect it. But please remember that Black folks are also being affected by this persecution of undocumented migrants. And I feel like that's not talked about enough either. Here, Miami, Florida is the best example. Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Hondurans, Garifunas, Black people from all over Latin America and all over the world, Africans, just so many Black people that are also undocumented that are really being affected by the persecution of this administration. And of course, much like any other entity in space, Black folks in immigration detention centers, in the immigration system, are treated worse than their white, Latino, Asian counterparts. So it's really important to acknowledge that and just let you guys know. But yeah, Latinos, we need to tighten up. If you guys want the support of the Black community, then earn it. Demonstrate that we can solve these issues of racism in our own communities, and please stop saying the N-word. If you're not Black, don't say that.
Am I the only one that didn't know that apparently Latinos were like begging Black people for support and help now that Donald Trump is trying to deport? I did not know this. I did not know this. I just learned in the comment section, man, in one of my videos, man. They said, yo, they was just asking us for help. Now they're blaming us for having the young men in their community. Like, what's going on over here? I was asking for help, man. So y'all know how to go down that rabbit hole. And apparently there's a whole bunch of Latinos, man, talking about Black people. We need to unite. We need to come together. Trump is trying to get us out of here. It's us. Who the fuck is us? We legal. We ain't going nowhere. The worst thing we gonna hear is somebody say go back to Africa, and we haven't heard that since the 90s. Listen, I can make fun of the situation, right? Because I don't got papers, right? The broski's an undocumented immigrant, but I've been dodging ICE since 1998 when we used to call it La Migra. And I'm out here in New York City, so I'm protected. Like the other day, they were closing in on me, right? They was about to arrest me, man. And 5 batshit crazy liberals, man, stopped walking their dogs and drinking their Starbucks, man. And they jumped at the ICE agents and said, "The broski, run, broski, run!" And man, I took off running, bro. I've been running ever since, bro. They did not catch me, man. So I could talk confidently out here in New York City because I know these liberals ain't gonna allow these ICE agents to arrest me. They're like, "That's our fucking immigrant. He ain't going nowhere." But he shot 2 cops. We don't give a fuck, man. Those were his cops to shoot.
Latinos of all backgrounds. Do y'all not realize black people are not the only people in this country? You got your Chinese Americans, your Japanese Americans, your Korean Americans, your Indian Americans, your Muslim Americans, your white Americans, and your own people. So why in Davy Jones' lockup are y'all so pressed and mad at us because we not out protesting? Folks, we did the most effective protesting last November, and the data proves it. We protested when it mattered the most. We were not out here with whole productions talking about some "we will vote for Donald Trump." Y'all was out here with that foolishness, knowing full well, that y'all had a few abuelas, a few tios, tias, mijo, and mijas in your house undocumented. But y'all got y'all behinds on stage talking about some "we will vote for Donald Trump." And you think we supposed to be out here protesting, picket fence in hand, clowning like some monkeys in a zoo? No, sir, bop. We did what we were supposed to do. And y'all put y'all's own community in the position that it's in now. And y'all need to live with it.
Hey, man, listen. It's sad to see the Hispanic community go through what they're going through right now. But as a black man, we're going to sit this one out. This has nothing to do with us and everything to do with y'all guys. When I see these videos and y'all talking about humbling black people, humbling black women, oh, first of all, don't fix your mouth to run your mouth about humbling nothing about black people. That ain't nowhere in your place to even do. You understand me? Figure something out. You need to be hollering at them other people that's actually doing this shit to you. Have that energy for them. But you don't have no energy for black people. You can't. Because we told you what it was. But y'all decided to go against the program. You thought you were bigger than the program. They showed you that you wasn't like them. And we're showing you that you're not like us. Just how y'all show us that we're not like y'all. And that y'all supposedly want to act superior against black people. Because you thought your skin was lighter. You thought because your hair was a little straight that these white folks was going to actually help you out and look out for you. Nah, bro. You learned the hard way. We told y'all who to go vote for. With all the disrespect towards Kamala Harris, y'all like to mispronounce her name, disrespect her. Y'all like to disrespect black people and all that, bro. But then you turn around and need our help. Bro, we're not doing that. But what we will do is pray for you. We'll pray for your children and pray that y'all find a way and make a way. But you cannot, I repeat, you cannot expect black people to jump in that fire with you. We're not doing that. Because that type of energy ain't reciprocated for us. And it's been proven over the decades with y'all people. Shout out to the Hispanics that actually stood down and stayed down with us. You know, during those trying times. That voted for Kamala Harris, that actually voted for change, a better president. Shout out to y'all. But your counterparts, not so much. Y'all got to figure that out. Get it out the mud, do what you need to do, but take some accountability for your actions. And aim that anger to the ones where it really need to go. Because you can't bark up this tree. We ain't going for it. The black community will not go for it. We ain't standing for it. We ain't even getting in that fight with y'all. Y'all got to hold that down. And guess what? We're going to respond like this. We ain't going to respond in kind. We're not going to respond unkind. We're not going to do that. We're not going to match your crappy energy. Because we don't have to, bro. Black is beautiful. Y'all hold it down. Y'all be easy. Figure it out, Mexicans. Figure it out, Hispanics. Figure it out, everybody else that's getting deported. But the way I see it, it is what it is. That's y'all fight. That's not ours. We're going to stand down on this one. Black folk, y'all hold it down. Mind your business, man, and keep it moving, man. Y'all hold it down.
The tension between the Black and Latino community needs to stop. And we need to be the generation to stop it. Anti-Blackness exists in our community. We know this. Anti-Blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color struggle with this. And the reason why is what we all have in common. We were all colonized and trained to have a mindset of you versus me for survival. But that ends with us. We need to lead with unity and not division. We have to be the change we want to see. We have to stop pointing the finger in both communities and make the decision that we are going to choose to be united versus divided. I'm not going to pretend like I have all the answers, but here are examples of how you can show up differently and be the change you want to see. Number 1, share stories of solidarity. Share stories of love. Share stories of when you have experienced the Black or Latino community showing up in your spaces. We need to shift the narrative. Number 2, if your reality is division between the Black and Latino community and your goal is unity, then it is up to you to seek out examples of when the Latino and Black communities show up for one another, where they show love, where there is actual solidarity, because guess what? It exists. And if you need a place to start with me. I am happy to be a part of your network of Latinos who have nothing but love for our Black sisters and brothers. Number 3, ask your neighbors how you can be helpful. You need to lead with your heart in this moment. That is the only way that we are going to experience an actual shift. We have to show up as human beings. We have to show up vulnerable. We have to show up as the change that we want to see. Lastly, ask others to join you. Let's actually start in the comments. Share your stories of solidarity and love. If members of the Latino and Black community have a hard time seeing it, let's show them how it's actually done. I stand with my Black brothers and sisters, and I also stand with my Latino familia. But the change, it starts with us. I love you.
We need to be supporting each other, because when they violate one of our rights, they violate all of our rights. There is no such thing as, oh, I'm just Black, or I'm just Latino, or I'm just Asian. Bro, we're all in it together. Did y'all see up in Florida, this is a Black man named William McNeil. He was just sitting in his car. All he wanted to do was find out what he did wrong, and he wanted to talk to a supervisor. Very reasonable things. And if you look at his video, he was not wilding out. He wasn't crashing out. He was being very respectful. They broke out his window and punched him multiple times, bro. And then DeSantis, the governor in Florida, has the audacity. Keep in mind, he did not watch the video. I read the article. He did not watch the video. He had the audacity to say, oh, the video is just trying to propagate this narrative that police are bad. Bro, what? You didn't even watch the video, bro. How are you going to, how is he even going to draw a conclusion without watching what he's drawing a conclusion on? And keep in mind, Florida is the exact same place where they're trying to, well, they did implement alligator Alcatraz. So like ignorance and hate, when it affects one group of people, it's going to affect other groups of people. It's been affecting multiple groups of people. This is why I say we're all in it together. And it's far beyond, oh, they're going to come for Black people next. Honestly, because they've been abusing Black people in the United States, bro. They've been mistreating us. They can try to gaslight us and try to manipulate us into thinking, oh, well, slavery was so long ago. Civil rights was so long ago. Bro, people who went through segregation are still alive to this day. It was not that long ago. Like, we're all in it together in the U.S. And one of the big reasons that I make the videos I make is to show people that I support them, man. Because on it, I believe it, dude. And people will say what they want to. But just look through the comments, man. I've gotten a lot of support from the Latino and Hispanic communities. And that's what it takes, man. This is what it takes to change things. Like, I'm showing Latino and Hispanic people that I stand with you, and they see that. And so, like, when they see other Black people out in the public, they're going to think of, okay, there are Black people out there that support me. That's what we have to do to kind of move the scale in the other direction. Because, I mean, we have to do something to counteract this, man. And, like, there are things that we can do as a society to show that we're standing together and that we support each other. Because if they think that they can break off groups of people and then antagonize us individually, they will do it. But you just got to show people that you stick together, man. That's how you stand with bullies. That's how you stand against bullies. And it's just not even minorities, bro. Like white people too. Like white people who are allies are doing great work as well. Because it takes strength and it takes courage to say, hey, I have a privilege and I'm going to use my privilege to help other people. Like, even as a black man, I know, like, I don't have the same privileges as white US citizens, but I am a citizen. Like, I'm not going to get in my videos and pretend that I'm not a US citizen. I have privileges that undocumented immigrants don't have. You got to advocate, bro. That's the least we can do.
I've been seeing a lot of conversation around why Black people are not helping the Latin American community with all of the triumph that they've encountered due to this administration. And to be honest with you, Black people have an agenda. This administration, we focusing on ourselves, we focusing on our families, we focusing on our community, and we focusing on our relationship with God.
I need my Blacks and Latinos to come together. We have issues in our communities, and it comes from us not coming together. Now, NYCHA has turned it into the PAC program, right? A lot of my Latinos, I'm going to be real with y'all just signed off on it, and we were telling y'all, don't sign those papers. So now, y'all turn to PAC. They're trying to charge you $50 to pay your rent, and a lot of y'all on low-income subsidies, SSI, SSD. How can you pay a $50 fee to pay your rent? Then we allowed Eric Adams to change NYCHA to the PAC program. And before they were supposed to change to PAC, they should have fixed everything that these judges mandated to fix. The asbestos, you name it. Paint, chip paint, windows, you name it. They were supposed to fix things, but they didn't. They just passed it over to PAC and said, you fix them. Then, which I did, NYCHA, y'all took out the compactors, took y'all tools, took everything. So these new management companies could not even take care of the property. And what is going to happen? The property is going to fall apart, decay, and then what's going to happen? You're going to have rich-ass property developers coming like, hey, we can fix it, but we're going to turn it into luxury. We have to stop. I got Latinos that are running sectors in Harlem and getting slots for people to work, and they only giving the jobs to Latinos. It needs to stop. Everybody eats. How you come to Harlem and do that? Absolutely fucking not. We have to come together, Blacks and Latinos. They are going to take affordable housing, and where are we going to go? I know my Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, all y'all are going to end up back on y'all islands. But African Americans, we have no place to go other than the South. We don't have an Africa. If you ain't Jamaican or you from an island, you have no place to go. And most of my Latinos don't even want to go back to their country half of the times because they're so spoiled by America. But with that being said, we have to come together and stop with the bullshit. Everybody eats. Everybody has the same issues. But we have to come together for the NYCHA PAC issue. Enough is enough. These people are letting y'all live in squalor, and then they're going to turn around and sell the buildings and fix them up for somebody else that's not you. Let's get it together.
Wow. Now more than ever, we need Black and brown unity. I mean, we need unity of all types of people, of course, but we really need Black and brown unity. Some Black folks and some Latinos going at each other, this shit ain't gonna work. This regime intends to do us all harm. We are the fucking enemy. I've said it before, our skin is our sin. And that includes Latinos that no matter what your skin color is, this regime intends to harm us all. We need to come together. We're gonna need each other. What they do to one community, they will do to the other community. What they'll do to the other community, they'll do to that other community. So, brothers and sisters, Black and brown unity, we need it now more than ever.
I think that right now is a really important time for us Latinos to learn a very big and valuable lesson in regards to our relationship with the Black community, right? Right now, Latinos, immigrants, but a lot of Latinos are dealing with what's happening in America regarding the very strong anti-immigrant rhetoric that's happening, what we're being called, how we're being demonized, and how there's a whole war being waged against us simply for existing, as if we are a drain in the American economy and the American way of life, when really we, for generations, have taken great pride in being a part of that. But the reason I bring this up is because right now on TikTok, me being included, we are calling for support, right? We are asking everyone else who's not directly affected to stand up, to help us, to be allies, to speak out against, to vote against. And I think that that's very important, because unless if we come together and fight against this, it's going to win. But I want to take the time to think about, number one, acknowledge all of the things, all of the progress that we as Latinos and other minorities get to enjoy because of the work that the Black community put in, because of all of the work that, they had to do in terms of what civil rights mean, in terms of what freedom means, in terms of what just basic human decency is in America, right? They were at the forefront of fighting for all of us, right? Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, all of those iconic people that did all of the work, we benefited from. And I say that because I think, number one, we as a community don't recognize enough the work they did, the foundation they laid out to put us in the position that we are now, which is better than it would have been if they hadn't. But number two, even today, there is so much racism from Latinos to the Black community. There is still so much of a divide. I mean, for me growing up as a Latino in Latino communities, I heard a lot of the same racist things that white people would say being said about the Black community. And I just think that it's important for us to realize that now that we're asking for help, now that we're being so specifically targeted more than we ever have before, that we turn and realize that the way that we need people now, the way that we're asking people to support us now, from every race, from every background, we need to be giving that in kind. We need to also stand up for and fight against the tyranny and the racism that is happening to the Black community and other minorities as well. But I think that that's something we don't really talk about. If you go back to last year, I posted some comments around the Black community and Latinos, and I had hundreds of people from the Black community educate me on how big of a problem our relationship with them is, and how so many people in our community are still very actively racist against them, despite the fact that they've done so much work to give us the freedoms as minorities that we have now, despite the fact that for years they have been fighting for us as well. And I'm not saying that there is no Latino ever who has ever, supported the community. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we have to learn to appreciate and respect the work that they've put in for us already. And now that we're in this state of really needing help, this should be a moment for us to reflect and ask yourselves, have we helped the other minorities when they needed help? Have we stepped up and showed up and said things when it wasn't affecting us directly? Because right now we can see the importance and how much we need other people to come and help support our cause. Because if it's just us on our own by ourselves, we don't have the numbers. We don't have, the momentum. But I've seen so much support from other minorities, especially the Black community, right now for what we're doing. And I just don't want us to, down the line, forget. I don't want us to say, okay, great, now that things are back to normal, God willing, that we're good. We don't have to worry about anything anymore. This should be a moment for the Latino community and everybody to realize that when they come for one of us, they come for all of us. So I want to see more engagement with the Black community. I want to see more engagement with other minorities. And I want us to learn that we need to step up for what is right, regardless of it affecting us directly or not. Because we as Latinos can oftentimes be our worst enemies. You guys know that. Those of us in the Latino community sabemos que somos los primeros para jodernos. But this is a moment for us to change. This is an opportunity for us to be able to change and do things in a different way. So right now, I want us to really sit down and acknowledge and look at all of the other people, all of the other communities, all of the other minorities, all of the other people who don't look like us that are supporting us, that are showing up for us, that are risking their lives for us. And I want us to know that, because this isn't going to end today. This isn't going to end in 3 years. They're coming for as many of us as they can. And when it's our turn to step up for the Black community, when it's our turns to step up for women, when it's our turns to step up for those who are being unfairly persecuted, we need to be ready to stand up the way that they're standing up for us. So I want to hear what you have to say in the comments. I think these are things we need to have more of a discussion on. I think we need to acknowledge things, and, understanding that for so many Latinos, it's easy to just get really close to whiteness, right? Because, I mean, you look at me, I'm full Mexicano, but I look and act in so many ways that could be seen as white, right? Because of how I speak, because I don't have an accent. And I think that now, as you get into second or third generations, people who don't even speak Spanish, people that are fair-skinned like me, it's so easy to just step into the white side of America and say, not my problem. And we can't let that happen. We can't ignore problems that affect our community and where we come from simply because they don't affect us directly. So I just want us to think about life in those terms. I want us to appreciate what the Black community has done for us in America. I want us to be able to acknowledge that to this day they are supporting, right? Even though a majority of voting Latinos voted for Trump. We have a lot of issues to resolve within our own community. We have a lot of work that we need to do, but I think this is a moment for us to learn and acknowledge that we need to do a better job of supporting the Black community the way the Black community has supported us, and extend that grace and extend that support to all of the disenfranchised minorities, because they want to divide us. They want to make sure that we blame each other, right? The same way that they're saying that it's an immigrant's fault that America is doing so poorly, when in reality it's the opposite. But if we blame each other, then we can't come together and fight the people that are actually causing harm to generations of Americans. So I think there's important discussions we need to have. I think we need to look within ourselves and our communities and be examples of that support that we need to be much better at giving. So let me know in the comments, what are some of the things you've seen? What are some of the things you've experienced? And what are some ways in which you are seeing support across different divides and backgrounds?
Just give us immigration reform and don't treat us like dirt. It's not that hard. We're not asking for much. If anything, this is going to help the economy. And we're not asking for you to kiss the ground that we walk on. Just treat us with a little bit of decency. Just a little bit. It's not that hard. I promise you.
Bro, you came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that without things in order, without abiding by their laws. And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me. Like, if I go to Russia and try to pull that off, I might not come home. They might lock me up for 50 years for trespassing. Like, I'm confused. The media is trying to make us feel bad. And they're like, oh, this person was 15 years old. He was a hard-working boy. He was in high school, blah, blah, blah. And he was an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. Bro, you lost me. You lost me. He's illegal. So I'm sorry. Like, that's just what happens. I can't feel bad no more. Everything you said before that is disregarded. I'm sorry.
Question is for anybody who is Mexican American, Chicano, Hispanic, Latino, whatever, however you identify. It's all the same to me. Doesn't matter. So if you're within that community or if you're just watching, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Okay, I'm about to ask you a question. You let me know your honest, truthful opinion. Okay, my question is very straightforward. Don't make it complicated. Don't go over the top. Answer is yes or no. If you want to explain after yes or no, that's fine. But first answer with yes or no. And my question is this. If all of the migrant workers are deported, would you, your family, or any of your friends sign up to take their jobs? For example, such jobs as becoming farm workers, day laborers.
Now I can empathize and sympathize with the black community. I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, you know, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, you know, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of their skin. And I always thought like, you know, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch. That person must be doing something, right? And obviously I've never experienced that before. I've never felt that way before and stuff. And so I always thought like, ignorantly, by the way, on my part, thinking like, you know, I think you guys are, because I'm brown, you know, I've never felt that and stuff like that, you know, I'm also a minority. But now, with us, it wasn't the cops. Cops aren't just randomly to go and checking in the past. But now it's our turn, right? Now we feel it. Now we feel like, crap, can I just go down the street? Do I need my paper? You know, it's like, why are you stopping me? I'm a U.S. citizen. We're not doing anything wrong. And now we're being persecuted. And so now I'm thinking like, crap, this is what the black community meant, you know? And I kind of feel bad. Well, I don't kind of feel. I feel bad because I never really could understand where they were coming from or where you guys were coming from. But I can assure you that now that it's here with us too, it's like, crap. I honestly, legitimately didn't think it was real. But it's real as hell. And it's obviously minority groups that are targeted and persecuted pretty much. And it's right now with us is because we're brown. You guys have had your turn when, you know, cops were just in bigger cities, urban areas, stopping disproportionately, you know, the black community and stuff. And I just want to say, like, I guess now I understand. I think moving forward, there's going to be a little bit more unity because we now can see where you guys are coming from, or at least I can, you know. And so, yeah, guys, I just want to say sorry for being ignorant before, but I hope this unites all communities, not just minorities, and call out things for what they are, regardless of the race.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and you guys have seen all of that video that I have for you. Now let's digest this stage by stage, gradually, as we always do. Now, I'm not saying black people should not come for Latinos rescue. I'm not saying black people should not help Latinos. I'm not saying that, oh, the unity that Latinos are actually subscribing for is not needed. You know, if we check it in a real sense, it is needed. But, and the but is very big here. Because why is the but very big? Latinos are doing this because ICE is whooping their ass. Latinos are doing this because they knew it is going to favor them more right now. Latinos are doing this because they're now coming to that realization that their vote never counted. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You know, when it was time for voting and black people were advocating, people of color, black people, we need to come together. We need to join hands together. We understand the system of America and how America works. So the only thing we need to do for ourselves right now is to come together. A lot of Latinos paid deaf ears. Do you get? They paid deaf ears forgetting that a lot of them are illegal immigrants. They paid deaf ear forgetting that a lot of them move into America as immigrants. And at the end of the day, anything can happen. American can wake up one day and say every single person of color, as far as you are not black American, get out. Do you get? Even to the point that a lot of them were raining praises, singing and hallowing, worshiping this orange man. Until when this orange man took over, it was not even up to 2 good months of his tenure. He now decided to remember the sins of Latinos. He now decided that right now, this place is actually not fit for every single one of them. If you know you are an indigo, you have to go. We saw a lot of them cry with their videos on different social media platforms where they were literally crying and saying, oh, we actually voted for this man, but I never knew he was going to deport my father. We voted for this man. I never knew he was going to deport my husband. We voted for this man. I never knew that this was actually going to be my predicament. So you can see that all of these things that is happening and Latinos are calling for unity is not because they need this unity. It's because they know that the only people that can save them right now is black Americans. What if it gets to that point and black Americans are not in the position to save them anymore? Do you think they will be calling for black unity? Do you think they will be saying, oh, there is so much difference between the black community and people of color, we Latinos, we Asian, we this, we need to come together as one? A lot of these Latinos worship and idolize white folks so much. And I will keep repeating this in my video. Proximity to whiteness is not white. The earlier a lot of immigrants realize that the better for you. You come to someone's country, the first thing you're supposed to do is to do research and understand how the system of this country has been, who have literally been in this particular system, who knows the in and out of this particular country system, what was literally happening in this particular system before you came in. So if you take your time to do all of that research, you will not know that this and this is what it is. But because most of these Latinos, their skin is looking like white, they choose to idolize white people. You can go into stores where I've literally been bringing different type of videos like that. You also see all of these Latinos and Asian people trying to follow black people up and down. Yes, trying to look into what they're buying, trying to be sure that black Americans are not stealing, trying to tell black Americans, oh, our people, our customers do not really feel comfortable, and I think you should just go. This is the place that you are also coming to spend money. But because you are not white, they see you as something else. Do you get, oh my God, the history of slavery has really, really downgraded a lot of black Americans, honestly. That is why a lot of people, both even immigrants coming from Africa, can look down on them anytime that they want and say, oh, black Americans are lazy. But when it comes to Ike's whooping you people's axe, you now remember that this is when you need black unity. You now remember that you need to forget about the past, going along the way and looking unto Jesus. You now remember that Jesus Christ forgive. Why can't black people forgive? Black people are saying no. And if you check in some of these videos that I've been able to roll out as well, where you see some black people saying, it's okay, let's just go for black unity. The anti-blackness in the people of color, blah, 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 and black American is this, is that. Let's just go for the unity. Let's just go for the unity. Let's just subscribe to this unity. You see black people saying that. I feel like these are black people that have not gone through the worst in the hands of these Latinos. If you're a black person, you have experienced what Latinos have done. Either you're going to patronize or do one or two things. You will never say that. So I'm not saying, let me rephrase again. I'm not saying that anybody that wants to do any unity thing, anybody that wants to come with black American Latinos should not. That's not what I'm saying, right? But I'm saying that remember that if you're eating with the devil, you have to eat with a long spoon. You have to eat with a long spoon, whereby I can tell you, I can hit my chest and tell you that if you give these same Latinos a second chance and said, okay, look at everything that's happened, let's revolt again, these people will still commit the same mistake. They don't learn. They don't learn. That is just the truth. They don't learn. If a white man comes now and said, okay, I'm coming for another election, they will still go for that white man because they only need black people when they have issues, when they have problem. Oh, we've been coming out for black people. Oh, we've been soliciting for them as well. Oh, we've been protesting for them as well. Oh, we've been doing this for black people as well. Why can't black people do this for us now? Black people have done more than what you people have done for black people, especially black Americans. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Probably I'm not making sense. Let me know. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you, liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me to the end of this video. Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. Disclaimers, educational purpose is only not to come here ruffle on anyone, show that defame anyone or make anyone feel uncomfortable. And thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.